Hi everybody and welcome to this new moon rune reading. Say that a few times after a mead or two. New moon rune reading for this week and for the energy of the Pisces new moon which came through yesterday. Now I did cast these runes for us yesterday and I've sat on them for the last day, not literally. Bit strange if I did, but now the moon is growing in its power and its energy. On Moon Day, Monday, I am doing this reading for you all. So it's new moon in Pisces here in the Northern Hemisphere. It's the first new moon of spring. It's a time of clearance, of fresh starts, of fresh energy, of growth. However, we are in Pisces, both moon and sun. And that is the last sign of the zodiac. That is the collective wisdom of the year. That it holds the seeds of the future, but also it gathers the wisdom and the healing and the knowledge of the past. So this feels a really good place to start with our first rune that came through, and that is Anzuz. Now Anzuz is known as one of Odin's runes, and it is a rune of divine, a god communication, the mouth of the gods, the voice of the gods, the breath of the gods. Divine communication coming through to us in some way. It doesn't have to be a literal word, but you could see in any way that you choose to look for your divine communication, whether it be in the flight of birds, in the signs you see on a bus driving past, through meditations, journeys, tarot runes, or through breath work, because breath work is a really beautiful way of connecting with the Anzuz rune, and that is because it is the divine breath of the gods. And in the Eddas and the sagas, you can read that it was Odin that gave breath to humans, and in that way gave soul, gave life to humans. So this divine breath, this divine life coming through. And we often go through a day, unless we've got a cold or we're struggling with breathing in some way, not really considering our breath, that beautiful constant that keeps us alive and refreshes us constantly. So working on breath, working on meditation, spending a couple of minutes a day this week focusing on your breath is not only an amazing problem solver. The minute you stop, I stop, we stop panicking about stuff and go into breath and go into focusing on the ins and the outs and the gentleness of the release, our thoughts seem to shift and problems become more clear, or resolutions become more clear. So listening, there feels to be messages, voices, news which come in any way, shape or form for you this week that will bring divine communication, which will bring that life force that you are hoping for, something to shift, a new energy, a new mood in this new moon. And it comes through the channels of the gods. I feel like something that you can see the shape of the Anzuz rune. It's like half an arrow, or it's like Odin's cap over his eyes, covering one of his eyes. You could see it in many different ways, but what Megan Rose often speaks about is of being an estuary. So you have the river and you have the estuaries coming through. So you have that feeling of that wisdom moving out, the healing energies flowing out, new energies coming through to you, being able to move in different directions, not just to be an arrow going in one way. We are in a watery new moon, so the feeling of water flowing through, branching out into new areas, branching out into new parts of our lives. So this could be a week where we have guidance, have information that allow us to flow in different directions and to understand different points of view, moving into new areas to create new life without losing our center. And there is a feeling of divine communication from above and also from the ancestors. This is the collective ancestral wisdom also. So feels very good for Pisces, that sense of divine from above, new energy coming through, and also the gathering of ancestral wisdom. So listen, research, be open to those messages coming through this week. Be open to where the gods can speak to you and can allow you to move into different directions, can allow you to flow into different areas of life. The rune we got after that is the Yera rune, which literally means year. And what I really love about this rune is you've got like two Kinas runes dancing around each other, and seeing them as a dance, seeing them as a move rather than kind of, I think it's really nice with all the runes to see them as moving symbols. you have the dance of the year. And I feel like this also goes into the idea of Pisces. You have the two fishes going in different ways. You don't have one without the other. You can't have the future without your past. New ideas are built on old ideas. New wisdom is built on old wisdom. And there are things you'll depart from, but there are things you're going to bring with you. And it could be a really lovely time at the moment to think about what you would like to bring with you into this next phase of life, what you would like to call upon, what's important for you, what nourishes you, and also at this time of transformation, what you wish to release. There's this dance, this constant movement around of the Rune as the earth moves around the sun and it circles. There is a sense of return cycles. So we're looking at the cycles we want to proliferate, we're looking at the cycles we want to bring in, we're looking at the cycles we want to heal, and we're looking at cycles we want to go, you know what, we're gone. We're not doing this anymore. Also with Yera, there is a sense of patience, and I got this real feeling with this reading, which I'll share all the runes in a second, of focused intention. Focus your energy from divine wisdom, and then there's a sense of putting the work in, putting the foundations in, and knowing that it might not all happen overnight. This is a bit of I feel like we're on a boat and we're moving in a new direction. We're not going to reach the next country just yet, but we are setting our course with better intentions for it. We're setting our course with a goal that we really want to achieve. And it feels a great week to set that beautiful energy of, I want this, I'm dreaming of this, I'm prepared to put the patience in and the work in. And knowing with the Yera rune that the harvest is the work that you put in is the harvest that you'll yield. So it's a positive rune in many ways. I mean, they're all positive and hold seeds of not so great things as well, because a harvest can be good, can be bad. It's about you putting that work in right now. But I do get a blessing on a project, on a dream, on an idea, on something you wish to move forward with. And if you're willing to really be patient and put that work in, there's going to be some really beautiful results coming through. And you're in this new chapter. That's what I feel with this. It's a new chapter, a new energy, divine communication flowing into your life, bringing fertility. When I'm thinking of the estuaries, I'm thinking of this fertility of the land. And this is the fertility of the ideas, the plans, the dreams. What parts of your life are needing that fertile energy right now? It's a great week to nourish them with that energy. And then when the last two runes I pulled, they weren't neither upside down nor the right way around. They were kind of on their side. And we have the Isa rune, which is a really fascinating rune. It isn't, one of people often feel, okay, springtime, maybe you don't want the Isa rune because it is about the ice. It's about a moment of stillness, or maybe quite a long moment of stillness. I only say a moment because we've got it coming up this way, and I feel it's more like a road opening up. We're looking at the road with this, is how I see it because it's the eye. So there are things about ego with Isa as well, and there is about the frost. We sometimes do have to be in that space of stillness, and the feeling I'm getting with this at the moment is that if we are still, we can let the sun slowly melt away and allow our life force to return. So this feels with the intentions and the magic. There is I see it's like a defrostation, a defrost of something that, that revealing in the ice, that beauty, that energy, that jewel of you. Maybe it's time to lay something down. It is a rune of self, of I. It's good to do like exercises with it. You can, just stretch up in an I shape, or maybe lie down, surrender. That's a really nice way of thinking of this. You've had the divine inspiration, you've got your plan maybe, or you're going to put the work in. Then it's surrendering something. It is allowing the sun to bring through the jewel, and maybe. So what I've seen with this, it's a little bit of patience required at the moment. Bit of dreaming. Maybe it's really a lovely time because I'm seeing this as being lying down and sleeping at the moment. So maybe it's bringing in that dream world. What is the dream? What are the messages coming through, not only from your work but also from your dreams? And then also came, but was kind of on its side, was Wunyo. Wunyo, love Wunyo. Who doesn't love Wunyo? Because it's a rune of joy. It's a rune of joy. It's a rune of desire fulfilled. It's a rune of either the most beautiful, blissful, celebratory energy, or more passionate, more sexual, more like an orgasm, more like the opening into life. So this is that feeling of joy being brought up to the surface, but it was also a little bit on its side. So I get there's a little bit of waiting going on. There's a little bit of surrendering and being in your emotions, really feeling into what it is that is bringing you joy, what it is that is bringing you passion and power. What is it's not rushing into if we were in Aries time, we'd be so rushing into this. Okay, let's go and do the thing, let's go and bring joy into our lives by action. But this Pisces energy, and because they're all that just a little bit dreamlike, it is dreaming in, calling in your bliss, calling in your joy, creating your bliss, surrendering to joy, allowing the magic of new ways of thinking, new ways of being to wash over you. These feel like tides to me, these runes. They feel like tides of new energy. And the foundation ones of this, for me, Anzus and Yera, there is new divine energy, and it is coming in and it is harvesting a new way of life. And we're going to have to surrender some of the old ways of being, lie down and allow our dreaming and our magic and our creative joy to return to us. So it's also going to be a time of soul retrieval, of calling back aspects of ourselves that we really wish to bring energy to. We really wish to, what part of you would you like to move forward with in this year? We've had the new year, yes, we've got second new year. We've got the astrological new year when we go into Aries. So that is the new energy coming through. Here's a wonderful time to be in that pool and to look at everything and say, do I want you? Is this right for me? Yay or nay? And maybe to allow the dreams to inform you, allow your art, your music, your softer side to inform you. What brings you joy, what brings you to that place of freedom, of love, of life, of excitement. And to allow the processes of the next few weeks, maybe between now and the full moon, to let the tides bring in more of that which nourishes you and let it take away that which doesn't serve you any longer. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your rune reading. Have a lovely week. You can get all kinds of readings, rune readings, tarot readings, oracle readings, courses, and all kinds of magic at allthews.lauradelligan.com. And I will see you super soon. Bye.